Hello, my name's Ben from the Jackal Sports, and what I'm going to be doing is we are going to be doing a super unnecessarily hard rebuild with the Austin Armadillos. And as you can see, the year is 2040. Well, what's happened in those previous 20 years? Well, the Austin Armadillos used to be the Washington Redskins, but under the previous ownership, maybe not the current ownership, I don't want to get into any legal stuff, but under whoever the previous ownership may be, the Washington Redskins were doing some very, very, very naughty things. It wasn't just having the racist name. What else did they did? They were tapping up players. They were pumping crowd noise into the stadium. They were even drugging their players. They were breaking the salary cap. Some of their staff are even running through fields of wheat. So what does that mean? Well, it means that they have been severely punished by the league, and that punishment is carrying on to the Austin Armadillos. But they were like, you can't be the Redskins anymore. You're gonna have to move. But now we are the Austin Armadillos. But what punishment has happened? Well, as you can see, we have no players. Now, that as a rebuild itself, that's kind of hard. But, normally you sign a few guys in free agency, you get some good draft picks, you hit on some guys, and you manage to build enough momentum to build a very, very, very competent franchise. But no, the restrictions have come down, the bans have come down, the Armadillos are given no draft picks, and they're not allowed to sign guys in the free agency off-season period. So, yeah, that might be interesting and a bit hard. So we don't have a team. So what I'm going to be doing with this is we're going to be watching every game because there's no sport on. Sport's coming back. The Bundesliga might come back. There's Korean baseball. But let's face it, you're not watching Korean baseball. So we're going to be watching slow Madden sims of a team that's probably very bad. What we need to do is we need to build a team. And what we're going to have to do is accrue value. So we're going to have to try and get players better and then maybe trade them on so we can get some draft picks and things like that. And, so we're trying to increase the value of our team, essentially, so we can then trade that in for better assets and, make good deals so we keep accruing value. Now, I am going to put some rules on the trades, which is essentially if a player's on the trade block, I can only trade draft picks for them. And for me to trade a player, I have to put them on a player I own. I have to put them on my trade block. So I can't force trades through. Otherwise, you can sort of rig the game as well. And also, I'm going to allow myself to trade draft picks for draft picks. So if I want to trade up or I want to trade down. But that's the only way I can trade up or trade down is trade draft picks. Because otherwise you can abuse the system where it's like, hey, this is what the team needs. And you just send them like a middle linebacker that you weren't going to use anyway. And it's like, wow, I really want that. So we're not going to be doing that. It's going to be ultimate Moneyball, and we're going to be doing some very, very analytically driven things, because that's what I'm interested in, is that kind of analytic stuff. So we're going to be a very, very pass-heavy team, most likely. We're going to be doing some weird things, I think, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But the first thing we have to do is build a team. So as you can see, we've now built a team. We've got a couple of guys who are, passable, like 6 or 7 guys who are 70 overall, which is nice. So Stuart Ridley there, he's actually a wide receiver that I've converted to tight end, and he might be quite good and very, very useful. We're going to be using our, passing tight ends a bit. Lots of empty formations, and annoyingly, you can't. Just one of the things with Madden formations, it forces you to put tight ends and running backs in the formation, which is mildly frustrating that I can't run 5 wide, but it just means that essentially we can, because we're using vertical threat tight ends and receiving running backs essentially. So we are going to be running essentially 5 wide a lot. So convert a couple of receivers to tight end. So it's Duke Clay as well. So 2 very, very, very fast tight ends. And they're kind of big. They're big, strong, so they'll be able to do a bit of blocking if I need them to as well, which I might do. Maybe not early on, but once they improve, get a few sort of upgrades. Like even if you improve the vertical threat, it will give them blocking upgrades as well. So when they get that, there might be a few times I can use them blocking a little bit. And pretty much everyone else is a blocking tight end because they also have their uses, which we'll go into. We're also able to find a couple of hidden dev potential guys. This is one receiver we found. I think we found a lot more on the defensive side of the ball. And luckily for us, a few offensive linemen with hidden dev potential, which is really nice because they don't get the scenario engine stuff. So getting guys with like hidden dev potentials who can be stars is very, very, very useful. So like this guy's 56 overall, which is terrible. Like he's going to be an absolute turnstile. But you can see like only 1,500 XP to improve. So that's relatively good, I think. So these are the XP sliders I'm going to use in the future because I found these give like a sort of reasonable variation in terms of players who are actually really good, but also means that there's not like too many at one position, because if you just leave it how it is, what you get is like just thousands of like 80 overall cornerbacks, but there's just like no sort of offensive skill position stuff. The offensive linemen all suck. So this is what I've got. And it also, I guess it's one of the motivations of putting it 20 years in the future. One of the problems is generated rookie classes are kind of quite low overall, so they don't really develop into like good players that compete with the current players in the NFL. So if you see them like even 10 years into the future, 5 years into the future, still the best players in the league are all like guys who are in like the base game. It's still like the best quarterbacks are going to be Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson. George Kittle is always still the best tight end. Just stuff like that, which I think is a little bit of a shame. So just all the best players. I mean, still with this, like most of the best players are still like 30-year-old guys. But at least, you draft a guy and they can become the best player in the NFL. It's not like they have so many hurdles to jump over because like drafted running backs are just sort of pointless. Drafted running backs are pointless in the real NFL, but you know what I mean. That like the best ones you'll get will come out about like 78 overall, but then they just like don't develop quick enough to become like 99 overall guys. And as you can see, there's a couple of like still really, really good players in the NFL, which is nice. So this seems like reasonably balanced, like quite a lot of 90 overall guys, but not like an exceeding amount. There's still some really good quarterbacks, but it does drop off, and if you start getting into like 70 overall guys, they're not incredible, and you want to start looking to replace them. So yeah, 79 overall, 21 ranked quarterback in the NFL. So that's really good. You've got like a nice sort of variance there where the best players are sort of 96, 97 overall. They can become 99 overall, but there is like a drop off. So getting a good quarterback is really, really important, especially the way I've got the sliders. Another key thing I've done with the roster is so we only got 4 defensive linemen, but we have, there's only one left outside linebacker, 3 middle linebackers, and loads of right outside linebackers. So you want to maximize what you do in training. So the best way of doing that is probably just do focus training on your secondary and linebackers. So we're going to play essentially a system where we really, really, really want to stop the pass. Like I don't care about stopping the run. Who cares about stopping the run? The run doesn't win you matches. Stopping the pass wins you games. So that's what we're going to be focusing on. And yeah, so we got loads and loads and loads of speed rushes. So essentially, it's going to play formations where we only play one defensive lineman on the field at any one time, and then just use these sort of linebackers to be essentially D linemen in quotation marks and blitzing linebackers and things like that. So yeah, in offense, I'm going to focus on offensive line and tight end because they don't have many sort of hidden dev potential guys on the offensive side. But yeah, a couple on the offensive line, and might as well try and get those tight ends being real good. Maybe I won't stick with tight ends, but that's what we'll go for now. And yeah, so we're going to go cover 2 man because that's going to be in the playbook we use. But it's quite nice that most have defensive back and defensive back and linebacker. Because that's one of the problems is normally I was like neglect the O-line, neglect the linebackers, and just focus on defensive backs, defensive line. But the only drill you can do for that is focusing on cover 4. So this I can get, you can make a playbook that's cover 1, cover 2 man, cover 3, just pretty much all of them, all of these. Even like a zone blitz. And man, it feels like they neglected the defensive line. Which is a shame. It's probably why linebackers get so good. It's like every single drill essentially involves linebackers. But the special teams drill, who's doing that? So it's just cover 4. So that's probably why CPU linebackers get quite good. And so the players I'm going to focus train on, they're all got hidden dev potentials. So we've got one defensive lineman that we're going to use, and then 2 offensive linemen. These offensive linemen are not great, but hopefully they improve really, really quickly. And if we can get them to about 70 overall eventually, by the end of the season, it's maybe a bit optimistic, but they'll be usable. So, this season is going to be a bit of a write-off anyway. But hopefully, we get to star players in the future. And also, again, it's like accruing value. So if we get really good offensive linemen and things like that we can trade, that is really, really good. So I'm going to have to trade guys that we fall in love with, which is a shame, but it's just the scenario that this is. Right, I think we just have to highlight the fact that we have a player whose name is Keith. Like, firstly, I guess these guys are born, like, essentially now. Who, in the year 2020, is calling their son Keith? Never mind if your surname is already Keith. What are you playing at? But, I'm already in love with the guy. Look at him. 94 speed as well. Oh, I hope he becomes really, really good. I'd love Keith to be the staple of our defense. So now it's time I can sign guys from other teams' practice squads, so we're going to do that. I'm going to more tight ends. Why not? But yeah, going to sign a few guys off practice squad and see what we can do with them. So here's the team. These are our quarterbacks. We're probably going to be starting with Alex Raw, I think, because I think, maybe he has a good season, wins Rookie of the Year, and we can roll with him as a franchise guy. But yeah, neither anything to write home about. McCann's a bit better now, but I think we'll roll with Royal. We got lots of speed at running back, so I'm quite excited by Tap. And then, McDonald's a converted wide receiver, so he's going to be the guy who comes in for all those empty sets. And 2 fullbacks, because I love my the 2 fullback formation in this. The power, is it the power eye? Yeah, just like running up the gut. Absolutely love it. All for it. Let's roll with that. A couple of wide receivers, nothing too much to write home about, but I think he's got a hidden dev potential. Those tight ends, a few blocking guys, a few vertical threat guys. We'll use them in some fun ways, I think. I managed to find a few guys in free agency on the offensive line. I'm torn whether to start the young guys and just like really, really suffer, or do we actually try and be sort of competent? But I think it might be worth trying to start the young guys. Yeah, nothing too much happening on the defensive line, but we got one guy with hidden dev potential, which is nice. And the middle linebacker, I quite like these 2 rookies. I think they could be quite useful. Both quick. Yeah, good like physical traits. Maybe not super agile, but yeah, they can both be good pass coverage guys, I think. So, and Bo Sullivan comes with a hidden dev potential, so reasonably excited about that. And then a few speed rushing guys. I don't think anyone too interesting. Got one very, very good corner. He's still young, 24. Rest of them are sort of rookie guys, but yeah, maybe he has a good game, gets an upgrade to a star dev potential, and becomes very, very tradable. And then rookies and safeties and stuff. So nothing too interesting there. And I found some really good kicker and punter in free agency of both young, so that's quite nice. The 2 guys that we'll probably just have as kickers and punters for a good long time. So these are the schemes we're going to be using. The reason I've changed the offensive and defensive playbook is so I can make some formation subs, which I'm going to go do now. So yeah, from empty base, we're going to be doing some lovely jet sweeps. So it's all blocking tight. Well, a couple of just normal tight ends, but then blocking tight ends. We've got the full back split out. That's just what you want. So yeah, we're going to be doing jet sweeps out of this. And we'll do jet sweeps out of this. We've got 2 fullbacks in a shotgun formation, which is fun. And then yeah, Kent Tap, super speed, coming around. Like we'll throw in the cheeky pass out those formations as well. As you can see, yeah, formation subs in defense. So just linebackers everywhere, apart from Justin Mumphrey. He's got the hidden dev potential. He's essentially going to be a blitzy nose tackle type guy. So he's not really a nose tackle. He's more just a blitzing defensive tackle. But that's fun. He could turn out to be pretty good. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, linebackers and just corners and safeties everywhere. So yeah, Dime 146 we're also going to be using. Who needs defensive linemen? Just put linebackers in there and yeah, stop the pass. I don't care if teams go at like 5 yards per carry against us. I just don't. We just need to stop the pass. So yeah, this defense could be sneaky good. And yeah, for slow simming, these are the gameplay sliders we're going to use. I found them to work pretty well, so that should give us because the quarterback accuracy is 8. That means good quarterbacks are good and bad quarterbacks are bad. But it's not like too insane of a difference. Like good quarterbacks still miss passes. Because that's what happens in the real NFL. But the problem is if you leave the slider settings normal, like you'll just get guys going like 23 for 23. It's just like, well, this doesn't happen. So yeah, pass defenders are pretty good with the pass defense reaction time. Fumbles are way up because if you've got like scrambling quarterbacks, they just fumble when they get touched because they couldn't be bothered to balance it, or just leave it unbalanced. I think it's fine. Scrambling quarterbacks are unbalanced. That's what people play Madden for. Is that just game breaking, speedy quarterback? But yeah, they get touched and the ball flies out. And also fumbles are just kind of random anyway. There's not really skills to fumbles like that's been sort of shown in the NFL. There's no sort of. It's not a stable metric to force fumbles and recover fumbles, so it just adds randomness into the game. But yeah, these should be pretty fun to watch us do slow sim stuff with. So I think that's everything, and yeah, now I'm quite excited for our week 1 game against the Falcons. Or Falcons, if you're American. So here we go, first game in Armadillo history, and the first play in Armadillo history, and they ran on us for 8 yards. Yeah, I mean, we are going to give up some big run plays. I mean, look at that. Only got 3 guys on the D-line. Only 1 guy's got his hand in the dirt. But, we got speed, and that's what's good. You can't. I mean, screens in this game just suck, but that's the thing. If you toss it out wide, we're going to have the speed to get to you. So you probably got to run at us through the middle, and that will be effective. I mean, yeah, 2 9-yard rushes. Right, well, they're going out there again, and that's just easy. What does that play even achieve? He's just got to beat the guy one-on-one. That's just, difficult. But it's good getting them second and long. What can they do? I'm pretty happy if they're running it on second and long, although not if they're running it like that. I mean, that's bad. Still going to stick with it, though. We're still all about stopping the pass. Because we'll get enough. What are they doing? So, yeah, if they do it like that, that's fine. But I'm hoping we still get enough positive plays in the run game where eventually they have to pass and we're golden. Look at that. That's fine. Seeing as speed comes up, meets the guy at the line. And now they're probably going to have to pass, and that's what we should be good at stopping. But not there. Not there. Doesn't tend. They're slowly going down the field, which isn't good. I mean, we've not given up any big chunk plays yet, which is good. But they are running on us. Maybe we could be running a sort of, I don't know, a bit more of a 3-4, possibly. But I don't want to. Now we're in goal line. This is not going to be our forte. But, you know, that's all right. That's all right. Just think, hopefully our linebackers get better. One of them's got a hidden dev potential. The other one's, like, reasonably quick. That's good. That's good. So I think they'll get better and they'll be able to recognise and shut down the run. I think they might just have a good offensive line, to be fair. But, yeah, great goal line stand. So that means they should get an easy 3 points, though. It's taking its time. But there you go. Field goal for Atlanta. There he is, Alex Royal. Let's see what he can do. I'm hopeful. Hopefully this offense kind of plays to his strengths. And, yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of easy things like this. Like the jet touch passes, which hopefully work nicely, which that one has. That's a beautiful play. 40 yards. That's the thing. That's what 93 speed can give you. So, yeah, we might end up doing a fair bit of that. But it looks like we're just in an empty thing here. So, kind of throw the ball. I'm hoping he can complete a couple of passes. Although, he threw that away with pressure. It's an entirely rookie line. We've got some, like, good other guys that I thought about using. And maybe we'll use them if this is an absolute shit show. They held up all right there. It was just a bad pass. Because the argument maybe use the other guy at quarterback because he is better. However, you know, rolling with the rookie seems like a good shout for now. Yeah, that's a sack. So after a promising start, and we were in field goal range, I think we're going to have to punt that away. Right, what the Falcons going to do on their second drive? Probably run it up the gut a bit. No, they're going to pass there. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, I thought he'd have the jump on that there, but no, he just sort of let him catch it. And there was a hole for him to go up to then. He was just like, no. Let's head towards the sideline. Madden AI. It's a beautiful thing. Not getting a lot of pressure there. Yeah, it's unfortunate we just didn't find a good rushing guy. So that's what we really lack is a real sort of superstar rusher. Hopefully a guy will emerge. Main running back, he's now under 4 yards per carry, so that's good. I mean, he gets a big one there, though. Maybe the other guy. No, it's that guy. Still, though, it's okay. I mean, it's just a defense pretty devoid of talent, to be honest. So that's probably going to be the main thing we need to work on. That's a bad missed tackle. Did everything right and then just missed the tackle. I mean, that's the frustrating thing, is they're not getting any chunk plays on us. It's just like slowly going down the field, which is all right. And if we get another goal line stand, that would be great. It's all right because, you know, letting them slowly go out on the field, because it means that if they do need those third and long plays, that's a touchdown. Oh, but they do need those third and long plays. They're probably going to struggle a little bit. Right, here's a jet touch pass in the other formation. The fullback did not do a lot there, but, you know, that works pretty well as well. Nice 14-yard gain. There's going to be one as well, or are we just in empty? No, we are going to jet touch pass. And, yeah, he's managing to get to the edge. The blockers are doing their job. That's working really well. Maybe we don't need any other pass plays. Just do that. He's getting tired, though. This is one of the issues. He's just going to get a bit tight, which maybe we could mix up who does one formation and who does the other. But, yeah, he's got room to rumble there. This is working out better than I could have expected. So maybe the whole analytics thing, you know, what you want is like a high average depth of target. But I guess the thing with this is those jet touch passes is that you're creating mismatches. You've got... Oh, you should have hit that. That should have been a touchdown. What you've got is you've got big blocking tight ends, blocking safeties and corners that they're never going to be able to shed the blocks up, rather than, you know, big defense. Oh, that's an interception. And he might go the distance here. Oh, he's quick, our receiver, but is he going to get him just before? No. That is a pick six. Well, it started off okay. Well, this has started off disastrously, but hopefully we can get something going. I mean, Royal's not completed an actual pass yet. And he's not going to start now in second long. So, yeah. I mean, the offensive line's doing just enough for him to get the ball out. But, oh, man. He cannot hit a barn door. And that's a sack. Oh, dear. And they run a little counter thing. Yeah, we stop it quite well. You know, that's what the speed hopefully will do. It would be quite nice to get a defensive stop to sort of prove that this isn't a terrible idea defensively. Although it is looking terrible defensively. Thing is, we can't stop the run or pass, so it's not really, you know, making too much of a difference. Oh my god. This really is just horrendous. Oh, that's alright, stopping at the line of scrimmage. They're still the average, like, rushing yards aren't, like, crazy. It's just, like, they seem to break a 10-yard one every now and then, and we just can't cover anything. Shows you the difference in quarterbacks. Like, if you've got a good quarterback who can actually hit the target, it makes a difference. And this guy's ripping us to shreds. And he plods in for another Falcons touchdown. So I did just check, and the quarterback is 94 overall. Ours is 61 overall. That's a big difference. We might just, if this is what's going to work, we might need to really rethink our playbook and everything. Right, here's our cheeky 2 fullback formation. It sort of worked. We got 2 yards. We're going to do it again. Come on. All we need is another yard. I think he got there. Yeah, they're celebrating. That's good. That's good. I'm still waiting for Royal to complete an actual pass. Oh, there's one. It's a lovely little slant. Yeah. Yards for the boys. Right, I hope we see a little bit more of that and he starts growing into the game. That's all right. That's good. That's the thing. You know, you can talk about stopping the run game and stuff, but the run game, well, I mean, theirs has, but it's not going to get you 10, 12 yards a pop and then get you those big 30-yard gains. And that's a play action that didn't work. Like, yeah, you want to be able to pass the ball. And if you can get big chunk plays passing the ball, that is very, very good. I mean, we could have probably scored if it wasn't for that pick 6. Oh, dear. It sort of makes sense to go for this. I don't think we will. I think we'll punt it. Oh, kicking a field goal. I mean, it's a good kicker. Oh, he's a lefty. But 54 yards is difficult, and that's not going to be close. All right, what are they going to do in a 2-minute drill? Oh, we actually missed a pass. So that's the thing. Good quarterbacks will still miss passes, which is good. But their guys are just getting so open against this secondary. Yeah, he missed another one. So the thing, you can defend the pass consistently. Stop guys getting open. I mean, I think those guys are still getting open. He's just missing passes. Then you've got a real chance of stopping the defense. And there we go. Very nice. That actually went surprisingly okay. Alright, we've got 3 timeouts. What are we going to do? We might just be running out the clock. No, we are going to go for it. I don't know why we didn't call a timeout before they punted then. He's going to get sacked. Yeah, that's the thing. If your receivers don't get open, there's not a lot you can do. We've given up 5 sacks in the first half. My lord. First drive of the second half. Have we got anything in the tank that we can do? Is it just going to be more running with receiving with tap? I mean, he's done it very, very well. It's probably going to have to be the stapler offense. Six receptions, 121 yards. He's played well. I mean, it's more the blocking tight ends outside, but I mean, that's, you know, getting 20 yards a play from that. Maybe that's just all we should do. That's nice. Little, 6 yards or so. Hopefully we can start rolling. I think this is going to be a jet touch pass. You can just see the foot personnel. Should probably use the little curls and stuff a bit more. But yeah, they're doing... Oh, he should have been stopped way earlier there, and he just wiggled through. I don't know how, but he did some wiggly stuff. Now, actually passing the ball, and it went badly. I'm now sort of brainstorming the sort of offense I think we might want to build instead. And it could be interesting. Very interesting. Alright, 3rd and 2, and what we got? We're going to pass here. And it's into... Oh, my... Ugh. Oh, dear. Alright, this playbook might be too pass heavy, which I want it to be, but it might be too pass heavy. There we go. We're stopping them a bit. You know, he's 11 rushes for 48 yards. He gave me that at the start of the game. I'd be like, yeah, absolutely fine. We've got more passing yards than them. Yeah, the defense actually seems to be okay-ish. It's just we need better players in the secondary. And we have no pressure. And, you know, guys are just wide open. Essentially, it's good apart from, you know, everything, which is bad. Now, if he starts just slinging it, I think we could be in trouble. Because most of the passes he's thrown have been, like, quite short passes, which I don't think is that useful to anyone. Oh, my God, we got an interception. Yes, lads. Rush. He must be feeling a rush right now. Ha. Ha 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 ha. Time to make him pay. Let's get some touchdowns. Let's not get shut out in the first game in Armadillo history. That's the first jet touch pass that hasn't really worked. Only a yard there. Oh, that worked all right. Very nice. Getting a bit of plays over the middle. Yeah, this one, maybe if he gets to the edge, it's probably going to be stopped a little bit. Couldn't get rid of that defensive player early enough. But I think we're going to do it again. And they don't have many guys out there. If they sort of have the linebackers in the middle, they don't really react quick enough to it. So, yeah, he's going to find the edge and he's going to get the first down. 167 yards for Tap. What game? What game he's having. Looks like we're just going to keep doing it because we don't know what else to do. We have nothing. We have nothing else. But it's working. It's working. Right, come on, guys. Get us this first down. Nice, nice. An inaccurate throw. The guys are getting open. There have been times where the guys have been open and we've just not been able to hit them. Shows you just how important the quarterback is. That's nice, though. Little first down. God, I so want us to just get this in the end zone. Get a touchdown for the Austin faithful. He's going to get sacked. So we just can't have like these long developing pass plays because we just won't hold. I mean, they've only brought 3 there, so that helped. All right, 3rd and 11. What are we going to do here? Interesting, we're in... Okay. I don't know if this is going to work. It's not going to... Oh, it is going to work. My lord. What the hell happened there? Incredible. Incredible from Tap. First touchdown in Armadillo history. Of course, it comes in a jet touch pass. Just... I don't know how he broke that tackle. But it worked. It worked. And we're going for 2. It's probably going to be the same thing again. No. We're going to run hitches. And we're going to get the 2-point conversion. Lovely. Yeah, and we get a defensive stop here. And there's a game on. It's just a 2-touchdown game. I mean, we probably won't. We can dream. We can dream of a 2-touchdown game. It's sort of okay. We've got absolutely no pressure from our guys, which is a shame. There we go. As I say it, we go and get a sack. Good stuff. Good stuff. What a first sack of the game. Oh boy, start the 4th quarter, 3rd and long. We can make the stop. They run a draw. Very nice. What are they doing running a draw? We'll take it. Right, what's the offense got in store? We're going to have to, try and get big chunk plays passing. I don't know if Raw's got that in him, but we can try. We can try. First play went all right. That's not going to go well, though. If he finds the first read and gets open, it's all right. It's a good thing that I've got Superstar X Factors off. But the Superstar X Factors are off because otherwise some players are just game-breaking. So, yeah, think how many sacks we'd be giving up if we were going up against, like, an X Factor edge player. We'd be giving up, like, 20 sacks. Why do they keep running this play? It's so terrible. It just doesn't work. So that's the good thing. We've got speed on the outside, so if they run stuff like that, it's very difficult. Toss plays and stretch plays to running back as well, and throw it into the flat. We're probably going to stop it. 3rd inches. What you got, boys? What have you got? I don't think this is... Oh, they're running the play action. We might be able to get to him. Ah, damn. That's good. Good play from Hawkinson, to be fair. Yeah, it's a nice little run. We are, there are guys coming off the edges. If they do play action and stuff, we do have a route to the quarterback. Oh, that looked like it might have been able to be intercepted. 3rd and 3, be a good time to make a stop. They're an empty, so unlikely to run. They're very likely to pass, but that's good. That is good. But they're going to go for a 50-yard field goal. Would make it a 3-score game, so it's quite a big field goal. Looks like he's got the leg there. Good kick. So I think we're probably now in a sort of 2-minute offense, and hopefully yeah, it's not great. He's not getting the ball out quickly, which is why I just think we're gonna have to completely change what we're gonna do. And I don't know if we'll even be on the roster next week. Oh my lord. He's just absolutely wrecking us. 5th sack this season. It's the first game of the season. Well, 3rd and 26. Be nice to complete it. But he got absolutely leveled there. Yeah, the interior of our offensive line is not good. I think they'll just be running on us, get the game out of the way. Oh, no, we came through for another sack. Isaac again. He's getting it done. Both on like play actions though, where he had like 3 runs to the quarterback, so it's not that impressive. We have 4 rushing yards compared to their 94. That's interesting. Got them into 3rd and 19. Hopefully we manage to stop them here. If we don't, that is bad. Yeah, we might be able to get another sack. Lovely, all on play action. But we got it done, which is good. Another score just to kind of, make it seem like a bit less of a pathetic effort would be nice. I wonder from dropbacks if we actually lost more yards than we've gained. It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me if we had more yards from sacks or not than we've gained through the air. I'll check at the end of the game. He's over 300 yards passing that. 200 yards, I'm pretty sure, is thanks to tap. But did he catch that? That was very impressive. Threw it into double coverage and managed to get it in. It's a good play. There you go. Maybe starting to roll a little bit. It's plays where we've got shorter routes that seem to work a little bit better. So lots of slants and stuff. So might have to put a lot of slant plays in a playbook that I make. Yeah, it's like come over the middle, slant plays. They seem to be the ones that work. So we can get it out of the hands quickly and get it done. Which means I think I might be looking into if there's any scrambly quarterbacks out there. Clay having a good game. And I think this is all the... Yes, that's one of the 2 tight end sets, so that's good. It's good that works. It's probably like the conserve time safe play. And there we go, we actually threw for a touchdown. Very, very nice. That worked alright at the end there. I mean, we're going for an onside kick, but these never work in Madden. Never. And guess what? It didn't work. Bring the 4th and 15 in. That's what we want to see. This will be a lot of them just running out the clock now. I also don't really get why we didn't go for 2. I'm not going to question it, but we definitely should have gone for 2 to make it 11 points, which is another 2-point touchdown and a field goal. But you know what? I'm not in charge. No, I am in charge. Wait a minute. But that's going to wrap it up. So now they're going to be in victory formation. And there we go. That will do it in the first game of Austin Armadillo history. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. Well, they only got 5 yards average per play. I mean, they're promising numbers, really. It's just they kept moving the ball. But actually, considering we gave up a pick 6, I'm reasonably okay with how we did defensively there. Alex Royal ended up with 362 yards in the end. That's very impressive. Although Tap was responsible for 192 of them. So over half, but still. Yeah, so from dropbacks, that means we only got like 80 yards from dropbacks when you take into account sacks. So, yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to do lots of long pass plays with the interior offensive line. Who are all like the whole offensive line is rookies, but we kind of want to develop them. It's a long-term thing. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Trust me. But that was the first game in Austin Armadillo history. It could have gone worse. Let's say that. I think we'll be able to win a couple of games this season. I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. So thanks very much for watching. I've been Ben from the Jackal Bites, and I will see you for week 2.